You will be amazed at these stories you see during the show tonight. And here again to introduce us to a few of these special people is a familiar personality to our telethon audience and to rodeo fans. She is a native Texan, a West Texas rancher, terrific designer, and proud wife and mom. She's a former Miss Rodeo Texas and Miss Rodeo America. Our friend Jennifer Smith is here to tell us about one of the wonderful little angels at the Rehab Center, Cooper Aguilar. Hi, Jennifer. Let's meet Cooper, okay?
Thank you, Charlie. And I have the best job here at the Rehab. I'm so happy to be back here again and share these stories with you of these precious patients. The best job at Telethon. And you'll understand after you meet this darling little boy. We're thankful to have Cooper and his parents, Kinsey and Chris Aguilar, with us tonight to share Cooper's story. Kinsey and Chris were determined to give him every resource he needed to overcome his struggles. And with love and care from the therapists and clinicians at West Texas Rehab Center, Cooper is reaching important milestones. Please watch.
So we knew pretty early that there's a chance that he'd have Down syndrome. Remember, I was at work and my wife called me, and we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl yet. We just did all the testing. So she called and she said, "So I got the news that it's a boy," and I kind of got a weird feeling because I knew she wouldn't call and tell me that. We knew early on, as soon as he was born, you know, just kind of having the Down syndrome diagnosis, that he was going to need the occupational, physical, and speech therapies.
In the beginning, it was rough. I mean, bringing him here, we would not make it through a session without just complete, tears, and I mean, waterfall tears, and screaming and crying. And
I did not get to meet little Cooper until he was 3 months old, and I think he was like 9 pounds. He was a tiny, tiny thing. He had hypotonia, he had muscle weakness, he did not do a lot.
I got to meet Mr. Cooper when he was just a little bitty baby. He came in for one of our NICU evaluations, I believe around 3 months old. As occupational therapists, one of the key things that we look at is maximizing independence through their occupation. And when they're little bitty, one of their key occupations is play. So that's a driving force behind our therapy treatments.
I've gotten the pleasure and the blessing to get to work with a lot of kids with Down syndrome, and they are just wonderful little angels. But they all do tend to have that same pattern of growth and development. They have hypotonia most of the time, which is just low tone.
the finish line just seemed so far away. But we kept showing up week after week. They never gave up on him. The therapist kept working on him, kept pushing him. We just started seeing Whitney since we got the deaf diagnosis, sign language queen. And again, just learning things from her and how she's communicating with Cooper, and just the interaction that, you know, between them playing during our 30-minute session. It's so fun to watch. It's so cool to see him just take her all in.
My first priority was to get early access to language, and through that we did ASL, or American Sign Language, and his parents have really taken that in and have made that a priority as well.
The PT, I mean, definitely been the hardest for him. I mean, little bitty guy trying to roll and sit up and figure out how to move his body with the hypotonia and just the low muscle tone. I mean, it's been a struggle. We've had so many firsts here. First time he ever props it was here in a therapy session with Shaylee. First time he pulled the stand, PT session with JoBeth. First time clapping his hands. You know, just all these little milestones. I mean, he things because of this place.
I will tell you, he has the supportive family, and his and dad are tremendous. As a big brother, and he is a very supportive grandparents. They're just phenomenal in his life.
We're going to be there and give him every resource that he needs. But whatever he wants to do, we're going to be behind him 100%.
Cooper's going to do whatever he wants to do. People who are in, similar situations as us, you're not alone. West Texas Rehab was just the right choice for us. It was a no-brainer. They're gonna love your kids like their own. They're gonna work with them, they're gonna push them, and you're gonna see big improvements in your child. And they're gonna teach you how to work with your kids. They're gonna teach you how to push your kids, but they're gonna love on your kids. And that's so important to us.
The Aguilar family, everybody give them a hand. Thank you all so much for being with us. Kenzie, talk about, you went into labor very early, so there were challenges from the very beginning, weren't there?
Yes, so my water ruptured at 29 weeks, and thank God I did not go into labor. We rushed to Hendricks in the middle of the night. Asher's a little bitty guy at this time. I don't think he was 2 years old. So we're there when he goes to bed. We wake up the next morning and we're gone, and we live at Hendrick Hospital for 5 weeks.
Wow.
And thank goodness we have a whole village. These first 2 rows are all of our family, and they really stepped up during those 5 weeks, and we're just forever grateful to all of you guys. Thank you all so much.
And when you look at everything you went through, you look at little man here.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where we came up with the name Cooper. So we sat 5 weeks in the hospital trying to figure out, what are we going to name this guy? And then we finally came up with, well, we've been cooped up at Hendrick Hospital for 5 weeks. Let's name him Cooper. So that's where Cooper came from. Yeah.
Well, one of his first needs was a cranial helmet, and that's when you were first introduced to the support of West Texas Rehab, wasn't it?
It was. He was 5 months old, and just with the low muscle tone, he didn't stay on his stomach a lot. He was laying on his back a lot. So they got us in early, 5 months, and got the helmet on, and now he just has the perfect little head. So we're really grateful for that, and they just help us navigate through that process.
Wow.
So.
Well, as you see in the story, Kaylee, these are the perfect examples of proactive parents. Talk about that difference that it makes for you as a therapist.
No, it makes a world of difference. If they're carrying over what you do in therapy, because we only see them 1 time a week, it's exponential growth. We can't do it without them and their carryover. So I can speak all day about that. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this special guy, I even saw some other therapists last night, and they said, you get to meet Cooper tomorrow. He's so special. When you meet him, you just see that special spirit. Talk about working with him.
Well, how can you not love this little guy? When he sees you and he lights up, it just melts your heart, and you just want to stay with him all day long. He's super fun. He loves to play. He loves to crawl around, and he's going to be walking here pretty soon, I think. So.
Well, and he's nonverbal, so you gave him language. You gave him communication. Talk about that gift.
We're definitely working on it. We're building vocabulary. ASL is going to be his primary language right now. If in the future we get to spoken words and such, then great. But if not, it's okay, because his parents are working endlessly and so tirelessly to give him that language at home that is visual, and that's what he needs right now.
Asher, I heard you're learning a little sign language too. Big brother's going to talk to him. Can you sign? Show us one thing you've learned from Miss Whitney.
Oh, Asher's family, mom and dad.
What did he say?
He said Asher, family, mom and dad.
Oh, I love it.
That was so good.
Thank you guys so much for being here. That blessed me so much.